Yeah, One Punch Man Season 3 Episode 5 left me speechless, but not in the wow, that was incredible kind of way. No, this time it was more like staring at the screen thinking, wait, that's it? Because to be brutally honest with you guys, I walked away from this episode completely disappointed, and that hurts to say, because this show means a lot to me. We've all defended it, rooted for it, hyped it up through every delay, every production rumor, and now here we are. Sure, I could talk about the one consistent win this season, the art direction, but even that felt shaky here. There were moments where the visuals didn't just feel off, they looked bad, like distractingly bad, and that's the moment I knew something was seriously wrong. You might have seen him online, the animator, Mr. Fan Oba, the same guy who gave us that amazing Yoichi vs Chozo bathroom fight sequence. This man has been hyping up episode 5 for 5 days straight on X. So I went in expecting fireworks, and yes, he did get one sequence in this episode. It was marginally better than everything else, but honestly, it wasn't high level, not the jaw-dropping, mind-blowing kind of animation One Punch Man deserves. If anything, I'd argue that Mr. Oki's cuts from previous episodes looked more polished and emotionally driven. Don't get me wrong, this episode moves more than the earlier ones. And yeah, the art picks up a bit when Garou meets Gyoro again. But overall, as someone who supported this show since episode 1, this one just isn't it. And here's where things start going downhill. Let's talk about the first major red flag, the fight between Garou and the 3 demon level monsters. In the manga, Super Mouse sneaks Garou with a punch, Garou dodges, and Super Mouse ends up smashing the wall. Small detail, right? But super important, because later in the anime, the wall's already damaged. Problem is, we never see it happen here. Continuity? Gone. And that's not all. After dodging Super Mouse, Garou knees Unicorn in the face, then gets attacked by Shower Hat. But in the anime, that sequence? Gone. Completely cut. Now, cutting scenes isn't the end of the world, but here's the thing. If you're going to remove moments, at least clean up the after effects. Otherwise, you're left with plot holes staring right at you. They even removed the combined attack where Super Mouse throws Unicorn at Garou, which Garou then deflects into Rover. In the anime, Garou just kicks Unicorn kind of randomly toward Rover, and instead of smashing him through the wall like in the manga, he just sorta taps him away. It's not just lazy, it's disrespectful to the choreography that made these fights iconic. Fans waited years to see that sequence adapted, and they just didn't do it. Then comes one of the biggest disappointments for me personally, Garou's dragon level threat moment. This is a turning point for his entire arc. It's supposed to hit, to feel dangerous, to visually scream Garou has leveled up. But what did we get? A flat, underwhelming shot. No weight, no intensity. It's like they spent their budget animating moments that didn't even matter in the story. Why polish filler scenes and rush through the defining character moment? And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, we reach Garou vs Rover. Now this fight does move, there's animation, but it's not good animation. It doesn't have that punch, that kinetic energy you feel in the manga. When you read that fight, you feel every blow. In the anime, you're just watching it happen. If you haven't already, go and read that sequence in the manga. It's night and day. The difference is insane. Then we get to the Gyoro and Garou conversation, and here I've got mixed feelings. In the anime, they cut the entire part about near-death experiences along with one mysterious figure from that scene. At first I thought, great, another cut scene. But thinking deeper, it actually makes sense. That missing figure ties into a major reveal later on, and if they showed it now, it ruined that surprise. So yeah, for once I think that was a good production choice. Let the mystery build, let that reveal hit hard when it's time. But then they mess up again. Remember that iconic manga panel of Garou saying it's time to hunt? Fans have been waiting years for that scene, so why on earth would you slap a neon filter over it like it's a nightclub promo? It's supposed to be cold, intimidating, raw, not glowing like a rave poster. There's no excuse for that creative decision. That scene didn't breathe, it came and went like an afterthought. And what's worse, just an hour before that episode dropped, a YouTuber named Mark Raymer released a fan animation of that same moment, and it looks miles better. That's how bad the production priorities have gotten. Now we reach the big one, Garou vs Orochi. So is it bad? Not exactly. Is it great? Definitely not. It's average, painfully average. The best part of the fight was definitely Fan Oba's segment, and yes, it's well animated. But here's where it falls flat. Texture and compositing, it's flat, it lacks depth. The fire effects though, beautiful. They nailed the 2D and CG blend there. But man, this fight deserved so much better. We're talking about a top tier battle. One that should have been the anime's crown jewel. Instead, it just feels like another fight scene. And that's the real tragedy, because this isn't just a studio issue, it's a production committee problem. The people in charge of how this show is made are making choices that don't serve the fans or the story. Now, quick spoiler warning for the anime only viewers. We're stepping into the next episode predictions. Episode 6 will likely cover chapter 93 in its entirety and maybe part of chapter 94. And trust me, chapter 94 is long, like 70 pages long, packed with dialogue, setup and character moments that matter. My guess? The episode will end with Evil Eye showing up to fight Tatsumaki. That's your big end shot. So yeah, the first half will be heavy on conversations, strategy, character motivations, and the second half, heroes closing in on the Monster Association hideout. Big tension, big setup. But here's the thing, a lot of people think episode 4 was the last, talky one. They're wrong. Episode 6 is going to be dialogue heavy, but it's crucial. These moments define who these characters are. So don't just look for flashy animation. Pay attention to what's being said, because the writing, still phenomenal. If the anime can't deliver the visuals, the story can still carry the weight. Or maybe it's time to admit the truth, the manga does it better. At least there, the story moves with the art. So here's my final verdict. Is episode 5 bad? No. Is it good? Absolutely not. The problem isn't just animation, movement or pacing, it's the production choices. I respect that they skipped the opening to fit in more fights, but what's the point if those fights feel rushed and empty? It's like they traded quality for quantity and the trade didn't really pay off. And honestly, that doesn't give me much hope for the rest of the season. If 2 of the most important fights were handled like this, what does that mean for the ones still to come? Maybe, just maybe, they'll pull a blue lock and save their best work for the finale. Maybe the last fight will be the redemption arc of this whole production. But right now, I'm keeping my expectations low. Because One Punch Man Season 3 Episode 5 didn't just miss the mark. It reminded us how fragile great animation can be when passion gets lost in the process. Anyway, that's just my take. What did you guys think? Did episode 5 let you down as much as it did me, or am I being too harsh? Let me know in the comments below. I really want to hear your thoughts on this one. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my latest videos. And let's just hope that episode 6 brings back the One Punch Man we all fell in love with. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.